that adds
yo, I like.
Yeah, Fountain. Okay, that makes sense.
I like this one.
Because like lloD basically gets to decide between Fountain and Battlefield, right?
And I feel a lot of this will be predicated on how predictable lloD's movement will be. The whole time you're playing against Sheik, you can never let Sheik think you'll go for a movement option twice, because Sheik will always have the tools to overextend and grab those things.
I mean, generally, so how do you feel about this matchup in general? Like, I think generally people think that Sheik wins it. It's like a 55-45, like a 60-40,
I'd call it cruel, unusual, stressful, maybe even arduous.
I think a lot of characters have that kind of matchup with Sheik.
It happens a lot when you're playing one of the best characters.
It's a great character.
But
Peach also a pretty good character, though.
Nonetheless doable. I feel in a similar fashion.
I've seen many Peaches do it before.
Do you remember that old Spark tweet where he said he can only fight Peach if he's extremely well fed? I feel like I'm on a similar side. Like
I don't, but like I can imagine it.
Look, just like
you've described it perfectly.
I certainly need calories going to my brain to play against Sheik. Like I do not think you can play it just on the nicotine.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm not sure how much Kyle Krudo's eaten, but he's a bit of an anomaly.
Yeah, he'll do it off a bang or whatever. Yeah.
He stopped doing the double bang. He realized
for the best. I was worried about his heart, to be honest.
He realized 600 mg. He was on like 2.5 sometimes. I remember. I don't know how much caffeine he's on. He might have dialed down to the 1 Red Bull. But we'll see. They're keeping it even here. You're fine with the blast zones too. Like, you want to loop Sheik?
Yeah, I mean, this feels like kind of a great stage for both characters. I think Sheik wants Battlefield is my impression, but yeah.
You never want to give it to her. I think going there is fine, but you might as well ban it.
Yeah.
Versus, like, almost any Sheik matchup, you can't let Sheik have it for free.
It's a matter of principle at that point. Great turnip snipe is gonna give lloD the lead here, though.
We are playing with FOD Stadium. It's different.
Yeah. It's I'm still getting used to it, to be honest. We run a slightly different rule set in North Carolina.
They're hot on this set. This is what I've always wanted lloD and Krudo to be. Like, I've always wanted to be like just 2 Titans.
They are 2 Titans for sure. I mean, I easily could have seen this be like even a 3-4 or something like that. Although I don't remember how lloD did at kickoff, so seeding-wise, I'm not 100% sure. I think it was all right, if I remember.
Most of lloD's minutes were spent playing Shifaja.
True. I forgot about the Peach jet.
Solid 50 minutes of lloD's gameplay was versus a Peach player.
lloD does seem cursed to somehow always get the like worst floating matchups.
I would say
I don't know that it's a curse for lloD. It's more of a curse for like people that don't want to watch
It's a curse for the stream. It's a curse for Moses.
But like a lot is obviously. I mean, lloD had his like lloD HBox art where they were just playing like 60-minute bangers.
Polish had that era with HBox too.
Yeah, true.
Krudo's gonna try and box and lloD with more fairs here, but one thing I've noticed from lloD is he's had the greatest rolls this game. Like I was watching him versus the EQ too. He always knows when he can buffer roll, when he'll still be at a good frame advantage for it. And with Sheik, it's hard to make that work. A lot of the rolls so many of the rolls get checked by Sheik dashing and grabbing you.
Yeah, dash grab.
When I notice that doesn't result for lloD, I can only be in awe.
I mean, just a very fundamental player in general, right? He knows what the hardest thing for Sheik to react to is, and he'll do that every single time.
This is our professor. Like, for Peach players, this is the one we talk to. This is the doctor.
Dr. lloD.
I'm paging him when I need help. He might not come fast enough. He is a surgeon. I don't know. He might emergency situation.
Yeah. I would hope he's like, quick on the response.
And when you take the first game, you dial it back. You say it might not be such an emergency. I might stop at Dunkies.
I love my Dunkies, bro.
Do you think lloD loves cold brew more than he loves the patience?
I don't know. You can't be a true Dunkin's lover, I think, in Oklahoma. Like, that just seems too tough,
You need to hit a mom and pop shop if it's Oklahoma.
Yeah,
like, I'd feel weird if you weren't going independent in a state like Oklahoma.
That's like a bed and breakfast type deal,
And we're obviously looking for like great blast zone kills here from Sheik, but
yeah,
it's all lloD.
kills.
It's all.
Oh, Randall.
Magic trick?
I don't think that was planned. I don't think you smile like that if you're Krudo, if that was planned, you know?
The best magic isn't planned. It's accidental.
No, I'm saying.
You have to find out how to do a trick at some point.
I mean, I saw that happen to Jada earlier against Mushi's, and then Jada died for it. Krudo didn't die for it. That's how I know
and you think both players did it on accident?
Oh, yeah. I know both players did it on accident.
You've asked Jada right after.
I mean, look. Me and Jada, we're like this, you know?
Not even Jada's brother hits the cross fingers. We're like this.
I'm saying. I'm saying.
You're very close. You're found family. Oh no.
Honored. Tough from Krudo though.
It was a tough SD, but Krudo was being quite pressed already in that situation. lloD had already approached the ledge, had already set up for Krudo up being.
I like to refer to those as that's in tennis a forced error. You know, there's forced and unforced. You know, when someone's pressuring you like that.
When you hit it close and you're hoping like the angle they return it with is just bad for them.
Exactly. I can't believe Sheik didn't actually get Randall there. I know that it's like really, really hard, but even still. All right.
A lot of Kyle's death revolving around the cloud here.
Yeah. The edge guards have just been, I think, 100% on lloD's side. Like
they've been 100%, but lloD has not finished the edge guard.
Yeah, like hasn't needed to, right?
A miss input has finished Krudo's stocks in some situations.
Yeah. But even still, that's like kind of a momentum killer for Kyle too. Oh, the fair. That's gonna set up for a brutal edge guard again, right? Yeah.
Another.
Yeah. That was definitely every forced errors.
Every stock was just deja vu.
Yeah. All right, we're just insta-picking Battlefield. We'll give this a try. I mean, I don't think Peach's counter picks are like brutal, right?
They're not brutal. You're just hoping when you go to Battlefield they don't make quite a use of the top plat because you have to expend too many resources to get up there. But if you can get to the side platform fast enough, that usually ends up checking Sheik's movement.
Makes sense, yeah.
Like you'll probably see lloD just like live around the corners of these side plats as far as covering Krudo's options.
Ooh, and lloD with a huge ledge trap on Krudo. Was ready for the turnip shenanigans. Doesn't get that
second lack of kill on the up smash, but everyone's seen it. We brought that one to the forefront. The nice shoulder hitbox.
I know.
When Peach hits you with like the linebacker.
It's messed up. It feels bad.
She's just
happens to Marth. Marth's so tall too. I think it's like a little bit easier.
She's just got deceptive weight about her. She weighs a ton, but looks like a clean 110. It's all the dress.
And dress. That crown does some damage. There's got to be a little bit of heft to that.
Krudo's still chasing back here.
Yeah, definitely not out of it. And like I was saying with the counter picks, like if Krudo wins, he's got like ways back into the set.
And as you saw in that one interaction, that also happens. Like when you're both on the side plat, it's always good for you to like go near. If Sheik wants to get the top plat, you can just jump and cover that as well. But it's the problem is when you're on the ground and Sheik has already made her way to the top plat.
I see.
Because the option's there where she can go to the ground, where you can reach and play the mix-up with her again, or she can eat that one aerial while you're trying to trade with her and jumping up.
Yeah. Okay. Nice little two-piece from Krudo, but it does overextend. lloD gets it fair. And, yeah. This is looking a little bit worse by the minute, but I know Krudo's a beast.
No, I'm not worried. This is game one pace.
Is it game one pace?
This is game one pace.
Well, it is game 3. That's why I'm worried about it being game 1 pace. You know.
You have to remember the past. You can't just like box up the past. We have to learn from this. Because game 1, closest margin of error.
Okay. All right.
I
would love to be a believer, you know. But lloD just looks locked in. I don't know. I've got so much respect for his discipline. It's hard for me to think that he's not like just the GOAT.
And Krudo's always got like the slight smile.
Yeah.
The mustache adds a lot. Like when the whole mustache contorts when you move your lips. That's always something I wanted to do with a thick mustache.
Krudo's looking good. Like, you know, in the player camp.
Always.
He's
He credits for the tap water. for keeping him young and honest.
Does he? I haven't heard
It's
that
what
one
makes
before.
it. He wouldn't be as talented and handsome if he didn't have that tap water.
He wouldn't have as good of chances as he does against the bear.
And I know you doubt
water.
these theories, but Krudo believes in it. Moisturizes every day.
That's sick.
We're gonna hit this edge guard here. Yeah, locks it up.
Yeah. All right. You know what?
Tentatively up the first up the stock
yeah,
here.
You might be right. First lead I've seen Krudo have this whole set. I'm pretty sure. And is finding ways to safely tack on the damage for his Peach. Probably the hardest part of the matchup.
And lloD's still doing a lot of just jumping into those side plats. A lot of just making sure Krudo can't come down with ease.
And gosh, Krudo has just been outspacing lloD for like the last, I don't know, 50 seconds. It's crazy.
You
don't
have to grab anymore. You go back to tilt. You're just kind of starving Peach out there.
It must feel amazing. I have never felt that before, but it must feel amazing.
being a stock up on Peach, that's a King of Pop moment.
Yeah.
Until it's not. Until the scandals come out.
Really said a King of Pop moment, bro. I knew you were on Demon Time, but I didn't know it was like that. All right.
I
can match the energy now.
You told me you couldn't relate.
I can match the energy now. It's fine. I just needed to know that we were on King of Pop time. That's all I needed to know. Great defense from lloD. Oh, but yeah. Gets caught naring in.
At 151 fair was just going to do it.
That's going to do it every single time, yeah.
Maybe not every single time. Maybe every time on Battlefield.
Shenanigans, sure.
Wise Man's FD.
Is
Saturn pull on immediate.
Yeah.
Krudo holding the Saturn throws
you gotta pick up the Saturn.
You have to pick up the whole planet and hoist it upon your shoulders, and then throw it at lloD.
Doing a little bit of atlasing, yeah. Big edge guard opportunity. Does send back on stage, but still the damage is there.
Going for a couple of callouts with the open dare, like the full hop dare, thinking lloD will jump into that, but lloD stayed grounded on most of his approaches here.
Yeah, lloD is not really
and actually hits the sweet spot up smash kill.
Yeah, that's huge. That really does make things tremendously easier if you can manage to hit that kill. I mean, I imagine that's like a player versus player kind of thing, but wow, that up air not killing.
I thought it would kill every time.
That's
fair. Oh, it did. Actually, it might be every stage.
We do have two non-Sheiks on the stage or on the mic.
And I'm proud of it. Look, I'll watch, I'll clap, but I'll never want to emulate.
You'll be respectful at the very least.
I am. Like, this is game. Like, this is clearly all-star melee.
Game recognized. All right. lloD once again making it as difficult for Kyle Krudo as possible.
No, we've changed up. We've added turnips back into the defense.
Power shields on the needles too. Huge.
Playing with enough space to actually cover.
I imagine it's quite hard to pull a turnip on FD.
The use of it once you grab it is at its best, though. Sheik has no platforms to like dash about on. So her approaches must directly interact with the turnip in some situation.
Oh my gosh! You see lloD go for some turnip bounce shenanigans. That
was planned.
I know that.
He would hate that you call this shenanigans.
I actually don't. You can play in shenanigans.
Is that what you call like your bag of tricks? Just shenanigans?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the best tricks aren't planned.
I think that's the second time you've said that.
It's true, Colin. We just have different schools of thought on this.
Maybe.
Was that a shenanigan?
I think we might be agreeing more than you think. No, but turnip bounce, that's shenanigans. Like, come on.
No.
Yes.
The rest of the gameplay we're about to see could be shenanigans.
Have there been any shenanigans this set? Is it just all of that Yoshi's game? Is that?
I would say Stockholm Syndrome's RNG yesterday on all of his stream sets was shenanigans.
So shenanigans is RNG then?
Yes.
That's the only thing?
They're like field spells. They're things that like change the whole game, but no one actually had control over them.
Never mind. I was thinking we agreed more than I thought we did, but no, that's clearly not
I knew we didn't. And lloD's up 2 stocks, 160 on FD. Krudo doing his best to hit a fair, maybe a bear. A lot of. It was a fair.
Yeah.
It was a fair.
Just right across the face. But yeah, this is definitely a mile to climb. And that mile's getting 73
bigger. Hits the giant full hot fair read on Krudo. Still in the edge guard situation. Up.
I mean, even with the edge guard drop, like it just.
But yeah, but just the missed dash back was so subtle.
lloD got like 80% just from that edge guard. Like this is brutal. Goes for their.
I appreciate that he goes for it every time, despite the one success.
I mean, you know, I think it is legitimately worth it.
It was worth it, but I was hoping at 130 he would just go for the classic Nair loop, but he might have been afraid Krudo could ops attack, but he could have grabbed the ops attack and forward through.
It feels like a situation Peach doesn't need it, but every other situation I'm just like, I get it. You know, it makes the whole thing simpler.
I get it for the early kills.
Yeah, like the 60, 70,
But you
80.
have raw power on the aerials.
Killing. I feel like 70 is when that starts killing.
And we're here with Wizzy Wevins coming up next. I know Wevins had to toast Max 3-1.
Yeah.
And then I am not sure who Wizzy defeated to be here.
Wizzy defeated Rat Monster.
Oh wait, no, I did see that in the bracket. That was 3-1.
Yeah, that was a bit of it. I think it was game 5. I think yeah, that was a bit of a nail biter.
I often bite my nails when I play Luigi.
Yeah.